Hey there, buddy. Paler here, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2. This should be, what are we doing now? 9? Forget the number. We're on the next part of Dark Souls 2 walkthrough. In the last episode, we did Hyde's Tower of Flame, we unlocked the Blue Cathedral, and we also killed the Pursuer. We took 3 bosses down in one episode. Went very well, actually. No, I'm sorry, no. We did not get 3 bosses in one episode. We got 2 bosses in the previous episode. Last boss was just heading down towards No Man's Wharf and then the Pursuer. I apologize for that. I got it all mixed up. After we killed the Pursuer, we came out here, and this is Lost Bastille. Now, we're not going to be doing much here. However, there is a ring almost directly ahead of this bonfire. This is kind of like the back entrance to the zone. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to get that ring, as it's something we will be wearing quite a bit. Now, when we first come out here, this bonfire, once you leave it, you can't get back to it. So you're going to see this ledge here. This is the way in. You go up over this ledge. There's no coming back out of this zone. However, we're not going to go that way. We're going to come back here along this wall, and there's an item back here. Yay, item. There's also a chest down there, you'll see, and that is the item we actually want, the ring. But it's safer to go this way. Right here, there's going to be an archer. Now, there's a bunch of doggies down there and all kinds of other stuff, but we got a barrel. What we can do is we can push the barrel. We can try to push the barrel. And we can make a big boom. Bada bing, bada boom. And we can kill most of them. Looks like that one dog survived. No problem. Can we get a lunging attack? No, he moved. Luckily, the dogs have been toned down since the first game. They don't have that nasty second dodge that's almost impossible to catch. They're much easier to kill now. Okay, so we got rid of that. We can open this door and move on through. And out here, we're going to get a key and a ring. Antiquated key, we'll come to that in a little bit. For now, just know it's a key to a door out in this zone, and a coveted serpent ring. That coveted serpent ring, we're going to probably put in place of... What ring is this? This is Raises Maximus. Yes. This boosts the number of souls we pick up from fallen enemies. So it just gives us more souls. More souls is always good in a Dark Souls game. Okay, we can come out here, and there's one last little bit we're going to see. We're going to come this way, and we're going to have to fight the one jailer dude here. These guys, I don't know. I didn't play the network test, or beta, whatever you want to call it. I know I saw a lot of videos of people dying to these guys. These guys are ridiculously easy. Other than if they actually manage to impale you on that first swing, I've never had trouble with them. They suffer from the, what's the word am I looking for, the direct damage syndrome, where unless they hit you with the blade of their weapon, the handle doesn't do hardly anything. Here is Lucatiel. For the time being, we're actually not going to talk to her. Mainly because I want to get her to take her mask off, just so you guys can see her face. It's kind of cool. Whoops, wanted to go this way. And before to do that, we got to use her to kill the flexible sentry. So we're going to just leave her standing there for the time being. We'll come back and talk to her maybe as soon as next episode. We're just going to climb up here, and we're going to pick up a large Titanite shard, and that is pretty much it for Lost Bastille for today. Now, in order to get back to that bonfire, we need to use a Homeward Bone. Right there it was. Whee! Homeward Bone. Use. Yes. Okay. We're going to do a little bit in Majula real quick. Just to do a little leveling up. I'm going to try and get 8 int. Now, for the actual build of this character, we don't need 8 int, but for the sense of completion on this character, since we're trying to do as close to 100% as we can, there's an upcoming NPC that requires us to have 8 int just to talk to him. He is the sorcerer type guy. Actually, we had 1 soul I want to consume. Yeah. Stop talking. Let's consume this 1 soul real quick. Use that. Boom. And now we'll go back and talk to her.
Bearer of the seek lest this.
And we're gonna level up. And yeah, we want 8 int. Unfortunately, it goes against our loadout, but we need to do it. Okay, so we got our 1 attunement spot. We've got enough vigor, we've got enough endurance, we've got enough strength. We could put more into strength. Let's start pumping our faith, though. Get that as high as we can coming through here. I think we need 16 faith to equip our first offensive miracle. If I remember correctly, we come in here and tune 17. 17 for the first. 22 is what we are aiming for, though. For the time being, we might as well equip it, but it doesn't really matter. We can't use it. Okay, we got a few thousand souls. Let's maybe put another level or 2 into our axe. The other thing we're going to start doing, you can now... I'm trying to think here. Could you do this in original game? I don't remember. We can also upgrade our Cleric's Sacred Chime. Now, we're not going to do that until we can actually use it, but this is one of the best ways to actually boost your miracles, upgrading your Chime. Or if you're doing a mage build, upgrading your staff. Really does a number for upgrading your miracles or your sorceries, far more than a point or 2 in Interfaith ever will. And we also want to not forget about upgrading our shield. However, we're not going to be using this shield for much longer, so for now we're going to just let it roll as is. Alright, yep, reinforce the axe, so we're now going up to, where's our number? 226 damage on this thing. Good stuff. And we can even go one more. So that's plus 5. And that's probably where we'll stop on this battle axe. I like the axe, I like its attack, but its durability and its damage just isn't high enough, even all the way up to plus 10, to really justify putting more points into it. Alright, and now we are going to take the travel down to the No Man's Wharf. Okay. Let's go ahead and, just for sake of seeing everything, we will consume humanity. Bum, 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 bum. Now, No Man's Wharf is a bit of an odd zone. It's not terrific, it's not terrible, but it does do some things a little different. It's a unique zone, I guess is the best way to call it. It's unlike any other zone I think I've seen in any of the Dark Souls games. That guy's shooting fire arrows at us, just kind of dodging. We're gonna roll, because there might be another arrow coming in behind us. Nope. Alright, now we could go ahead and go straight at him across this bridge, but the safer route is to come left here, and we're going to clear out this area in here. Now, you might have just saw a grenade whiz by my head there. So in this area, what they do, there are several different types of warriors. And you can see that one guy towards the front there. He's a brigand, I believe they call him. What a lot of these guys do is they throw pitch grenades at you. Now, pitch not as in baseball, but as in flammable tar. And they're going to throw this tar at you, cover you in the tar, and then the archers are going to shoot fire arrows at you, and you're going to explode for a ton of damage. It's just something to keep in mind. If you get hit by one of those, you want to be... Whoop, yep, goodbye, mister. You want to be very cautious if you get hit by one of those grenades, because an arrow will probably take off about 70% of your health after that. As you take the arrow damage, you take explosive damage, and then you burn for a few seconds. Down he goes. Okay. Right here we're going to hold up for a sec, and there's a little ambush area coming up. There is a guy up on the roof there. Go ahead and we're going to pull him down to us. Whoops. Now you're going to see guy there, and the brigand jumped down. And there was a pitch grenade. Now luckily there's no archers around here. The other thing we can kind of do with this pitch is we can hop in the water and we can roll around and wash it off of ourselves, I believe. I haven't actually seen this in patch notes, just in my experimentation this seems to work. If you get the pitch on you and you just kind of stand around, you can actually see it on your character. It takes about 40 seconds or so for it to all wear off. However, if you roll around in the water, it seems to wear off in about 10 seconds. Whoa. He came all the way out here. You might see he kind of ran away. So that there, I don't know what these guys are called, a lurker or something. I spoke about in one of my pre-guides about the torches and how they're not actually all that useful with some few exceptions. Here is one of the exceptions. These lurkers fear light. They have this natural fear of it. So we can light a torch, and this will cause this guy to retreat. And then we can lay into him. Now this only works for about 15 seconds. After a certain amount of time, if you're too close to them with light, they eventually will attack you regardless, and they'll actually attack you much faster. They kind of go into this little enrage because you've been holding light in their face. So you want to use the torch and charge them, get them down real quick, and then move on. You don't want to just wait it out. I'm going to use our bow and arrow here. Put a few arrows into this brigand up there. In the face! Another face shot. I might not be able to hit him again. Oh, there we go. 3 headshots. Okay. Notice this path to the right. We will be coming back to that. This is kind of the loop back around. For now, though, we're actually going to go left up through this building, and we're going to get another great ring that we really want. Now, the rings in this room, I'm just going to show you how to identify it, though. If you come out here, you'll notice there's a door that leads back into this building, but then the room for that door is not in here, and you can actually see it right there through there. Just so you know. So there is this. Here is a ring. Oh, hang on. I hear a doggy. Oh, he left. Okay. Ring of Life Protection. Open this up, and we'll come in and we'll look at this ring. The Ring of Life Protection nullifies death but breaks. This is similar to a ring that was in Dark Souls. Off the top of my head, I don't remember what it was. However, in Dark Souls, when it broke, it was done. It was gone forever. You could not repair it. Now what happens is when it breaks, you just got to go to the blacksmith and repair it for 3,000 souls. So as long as you are making more than 3,000 souls between each death, essentially you can play this game once you get this ring without ever losing your humanity or your life. So we're actually going to equip it. This is a way to make the game easier. It really is. If you don't want to make the game easier, you don't equip it. It's that simple. But for new players, that ring is going to be pretty darn handy. And you're able to actually acquire that ring within one boss. I mean, it would be a tough run in order to get to it, but really, you don't have to kill anything but the Dragon Rider. You can come through Hyde's Tower, down through there, up to here, and you can loot the ring. You could get it within 15 minutes, 20 minutes of starting the game, if you want to. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's anything up in here. Yeah, no, this is an empty room. We're going to come back out here. This is a barrel full of pitch, so be careful about that. You don't want to get in that. In here, I believe this is also nothing. No, there's no illusion here. Yeah, there's nothing there. They're messing with you. There's nothing in this building either. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take a few pot shots at this guy here. So I mentioned the path that loops back around. This is the building that kind of... Oh, can I shoot him through the window? I've never tried this. Hey there. The face! Oh, not quite enough damage. So this is the building that we were kind of looking at. Down there is the pole, and oh, looks like we aggro them. We'll kill them real quick. They're not a problem. But this is the loop around, or that guy is on the upper floor of the loop around I was talking about earlier. You gonna come to me? Come here, doggy. Oh! Oh! He kicked me. And then we took an arrow to the face. Better than to the knee. Whoop. I don't actually know this spot. I've never Never noticed that before. This little gap here. Fine work. Okay, I was gonna say I didn't know about that in there. Let's. I just real quick. I want to remove these holy water urns from my list. There we go. Okay. Ah, you're gonna be that way, are you? I can shoot arrows too. Whoop. One more. How am I doing on arrows? 93. We're doing pretty good. 2 more. There we go. Alright, now we're going to want to light a torch here. We're about to move into an area with a whole bunch of those lurkers, and this can be helpful. The key to this whole area, though, if you're going to use the torch, is you have to have enough DPS to kill the lurkers before they enrage. If you don't, then you're probably going to actually make it harder for yourself. Radiant Life Gem. Longsword. You can kind of see up there's a guy. We're going to be going to talk to him very soon. That is Gavlon. He's one of my favorite characters in the game. And just to be safe, we're going to come out here and we are going to... There's a brazier right here we're going to light. So in case we have to put our torch away, we can relight it without running back around. And let's loot this item. Large soul and emit force. That is a miracle. Okay, this next room is going to be the tricky room if we're going to be able to do this with our torch. There's like 3 lurkers in here. We want to actually back away to bring that one out. Come on. You gonna come out? Alright, we're gonna have to go in. Let's see, 3 of them in there. And eventually they're gonna get very mad at us. This isn't gonna end well. We're probably gonna have to grab our shield. And they do a lot of bleeding damage. Run away! Oh crap, now we're in trouble. Estus Flask. And we're gonna pop a life gem. And we're gonna get our shield out. We're by this light source, so that should drive them back. And I'm actually going to flip over to... I'm going to try to. I should have left the holy hand grenades equipped. And run away again. That was not a good trade-off at all. I am rather low on life gems. I should have bought some. Let's re-equip our... Where's our holy hand grenades? There. That is the one nice thing, really nice thing about life gems. If you get poisoned or if you get bleed effect on you or whatever, for the most part, the smallest level life gem will counter them about evenly. If you pop it at about the same time throughout the course of the life gem regeneration, it'll be about even with the damage done to you by the other. Alright, now they're down. Another life gem. And Gavlon. Before we talk to Gavlon, let's go ahead and loot these items. I believe... I know it's not a mimic, but I believe this is booby-trapped. One or the other is. Nope. A great sword. And... there's the booby trap. Shield up. And we took a little bit of damage from that, but nothing too bad. And silver talisman. Alright, Gavlon. This is the dwarf race, or whatever Dark Souls would have as a dwarf. He's pretty awesome.
Who are you? I, Gavlan. Gavlan will, Gavlan deal. Gavlan wants soul. Many, many soul. What you want? With Gavlan, you will, you deal.
Alright, Gavlon is the NPC in this game that you can actually sell items. So you might recall, I think I talked about it when I first picked up this merchant hood, not the merchant hood, the traveler's hood, that it gave us increased item discovery, but we'd be able to sell off some of our excess items that we found. Gavlon is that character. Now, he's not going to be here at this current location for more than just this one meeting. So we can go ahead and we can sell any of our duplicates. We'll keep one dagger, one bandit knife. Yep. I'm looking here for... Okay, we have three long swords. We'll keep the fire, we'll keep the regular, we'll sell one of those. We have 2 broken straight swords. We don't need 2 of those. We only have 1 hide knight. We have 3 bastard swords. We don't need 3 of those. Get rid of those. Dragon Lake sword. We only have 1. I'm just going through. Any duplicates we have, we'll clear out our inventory like this. We should have some of this stuff that we can sell. Yep. Come on. Where's it at? Right there. Get rid of one of those. 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 And you can see, I mean, it's not a ton of souls, but hey, it's better than nothing. And it's fairly early in the game you get to this guy. Alright, we're not going to sell any rings, no ammo. You could sell, if you have some additional consumables, like if you're not going to use your cracked red eye orbs or blue eye orbs, you can sell those. We're going to hold on to all of that. We'll keep all that stuff. And we're going to buy, let's see, from him. He does have a ring that boosts poise. This is quite nice, and he will be able to sell it to you every single time. However, each additional time we run into him, it goes up in price. Right now it's 5,000 souls, next time it'll be 6, and then the time after that it'll be 7. He sells poison arrows, which are nice, and other poison items. Let's go ahead, we're going to pick up the ring of poise, and we're going to pick up close to as many poison arrows as we can get, which is only 20. Do I want more than 20? 20's not really worth it. We'd want at least 50. Let's consume...
Many deal.
Yeah, let's consume these items. Use. There we go. That should give us enough. Most mobs require 3 or 4 hits from a poison arrow to become poisoned. So that's why I was figuring to only get 20 would only be 3-4 poisons and we'd be out. What am I looking at here? This. We can still only get 20. Oh, he only has 20. I'm dumb. Alright, yep, we'll take those 20. That's all you got. Okay. We can move on. Back onto our path. Okay. Now, our route's going to take us this way. You notice our battle axe is already getting pretty darn damaged, and that's annoying me. We're going to relight a torch. And we're going to come in this building. None of that nonsense. Bad brigand. No soup for you. And up here is a lever we need to activate. And you watch that ship off there in the distance. I'll actually put the torch down. This is a pretty well animated little part I wanted to show. Always reminds me of Goonies. And that is our way to get to the Lost Bastille, the other route. As I said, there's 2 different routes. So I'm looking here if we have... No, we don't. There's a consumable item you can get that'll relight your torch. We're taking this because we're going to be running into a few more lurkers. And we also have 52 minutes. There's no real rush on it. Alright, let's go ahead. We're going to come back up here. We're going to hop down over this edge and pick up a life gem and a homeward bone. Now our next step is going to be hopping down. Where is it? It's right here. Yeah. And in here, are the lurkers. Take it out, let our stamina recover, and then take it out real quick. Uh-oh, he's angry. He's angry. Yeah, my battle axe is about to break, which I don't like. How many repair powder do we have? None. Alright, we're changing it out then. Let's see, what's our next highest? Whoops. What's our next highest damaging weapon that we can equip? So, looking here, this is 238, 136, 122, can't equip. Is it this? 201, 210 on the Hide Knight. Yeah, it's gonna be the Hide Knight sword. That was the item up here. Now, we actually really didn't need to go through there. I'm showing you guys everything. You come out down below here. This is the same. You could have just hopped down that double lip and avoided that whole area altogether. It wouldn't have mattered. Hop down here and come around. Now we're going to open this door, and we're going to be quiet, as this room has several sleeping brigands in it. We can backstab them. There we go, backstab them. They don't. Okay, we want to be careful. These things are full of poison. And this might be booby-trapped. I don't think it is, but it might be. Get our shield up. Nope. Estus Flask Shard, so there's another Estus Flask. We want to get through there without getting poisoned. What type of arrows do we have? Do we have any heavy arrows? We do have iron arrows. Good. So, regular wooden arrows will not break this, but I didn't equip it. There we go. Heavy arrows will. There we go. Without getting poisoned. Can loot this. Flame Butterfly. That's what you use to light a torch. Kind of convenient that that's there, isn't it? Alright, now our main path is going to be down out this way. But for now, we're going to open up the loop back around, and we might go all the way back to the bonfire and rest, just in order to get our battle axe back up. In this room, we have an illusionary wall. This is one of the ones that you pressed A to activate. And then here you're going to find several chests. Fire bombs. And large Titanite shard. So not great, but hey, didn't cost us anything. We're going to head up here. Hello, brigand. I think there's an item out here. Nope. We'll be getting that item in a moment. Or soon. This is the summoning sign for Lucatiel, for the boss. First we're going to open this. And we are now above where that guy was, the dog was, where we shot this guy with the arrow. And there's some more items. Whoa, hey. Stop that. He's throwing pitch at us. Repair powder, Titanite shard. Again, we're going to take it a little quiet down here. More sleeping brigands. Roll! Missed the roll. And over here is another chest. Bandit axe and the brigand armor. The bandit axe is actually pretty good. Maybe we'll try that out. I think it's heavy though. We'll have to double check. Let's see here. Bandit axe. That is right there. Requires 18 strength, weighs 5, or the other axe weighs 4. It's pretty heavy. We'd have to change up our armor, as that'd put us at 71.9%. But you can see here, there it is. It's shorter though. Upgraded would likely do more damage. Alright, back to Hide Knight Shield Sword. Okay, here is a Pharaoh's Lockstone. Now, this one does not actually open a chest or anything. What this one does is, up above us, can we actually see it? Right there is a large brazier. That will light that up, which will light up most of this area and drive almost all of the lurkers back into their hiding holes. If you're having trouble with lurkers, you might want to go ahead and light this. We don't have any lockstones, so we're not going to do that. But we're going to come over the edge past it, and we're going to come around here, and we're going to pick up Smooth and Silky Stone, Soul of a Proud Knight. Now, do we want to... Have we picked up a repair powder? I'd rather not run back to the bonfire and have to fight back through this, but I don't want to take on the next boss with this weapon. Oh, we did get a repair powder. Nice. Alright, let's equip our axe again. Battle axe. And then we're going to come in here and we're going to use the repair powder on it. And this is the problem with the battle axe. It just does not have the durability. It goes through so quick. Okay, now we're going to go summon Lucatiel, and we're going to finish... we're going to summon Lucatiel yet? We're going to summon Lucatiel soon. Not quite yet, actually. We're going to skip by her. And come down here. We're going to light a torch. Which means lurkers. Right here. Let him run just so he kind of resets his fear rather than chase him. Normally I wouldn't have tried to engage him that close, but this episode's going to run a little bit long, but we're so close to finishing it, it doesn't make sense to stop right now. So this is probably going to be about a 40-minute episode. Okay, now normally you would head right for the ship. Of course, you can see from the bloodstains that that's a mistake. Out here you got some brigands. Don't follow them, or that is death down there. Fall down in. I could have actually, from back on that edge, I could have lined him up with bow shots from over here and shot him. If you end up just going right here, right for the boat, they will hop up and come follow you up onto the boat and kill you. Now this, we can actually jump into. This water's shallow. And we can pick up this item over here. Human effigy and a life gem. And we're going to run out here to... What is his name? I don't remember his name. I'm so bad with names.
I sense power. Very well. From this day, you shall be my new pupil. I am Carillion.
That's it.
Carillion of the Fold. Surely you've heard the name. Now, do not be afraid. Let us explore the limits of sorcery.
So, as you can guess, he is the sorcery vendor. He also allows you to reinforce pyromancy. You can get a catalyst from him, an int ring, and a shortened spellcasting ring. This actually will also help us for our faith build at some point. Then you got a bunch of sorceries, and then amber herbs and some spices. We'll go into all that stuff later. For now, we're just going to touch him a few more times, and he'll go back to Majula.
Magic and soul,
I'm just going to skip through this.
But the untrained never forget.
There we go. Now he should head back to Majula for us. Okay, we're still not going to go. So my whole thing with not bringing Lucatiel is as we come through and we're running around in this area, she could end up falling off into the water very easily. So we want to basically make it as simple as possible, and then we'll go back and summon her. What we want to do right now is we're going to come up here, we're going to run up on the boat, and we're going to take a left up onto there. There's an archer. He is our first target we want to take out. We're going to get up here, we're going to take out this archer. Now, two guys should come running up from below deck. We're going to just kind of hang here, let them come to us. And not take too many hits, hopefully. Really, that hit me? That's fine. And there's one other guy, he's over behind that captain wheel there. Or by it. Right there's the other archer. So we're just gonna run by and take this guy out. Okay, now we can run back and get Lucatile. And hope that we're gonna actually to let's drop that. Let's drop that, and we're gonna have to, just in case it breaks, we're gonna need to have the High Knight's sword equipped. We're gonna have to go to a lighter armor. Let's see. So we're gonna have to go back to that. We shouldn't really take any damage in this upcoming fight. It's pretty easy alone. And Lucatile, while her AI for running past isn't all that good, they've buffed most of the NPC companions to where they're pretty durable in these fights. She used to be notoriously bad. She was just horrible, especially on Smelter Demon. But she's been buffed pretty good to where she can survive some things. So she should be able to mostly tank up the boss we're about to fight, and we can just kill him. Yes. And we are doing this for the storyline, to advance her storyline. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to consume a life gem. And here we go. So, we are about to fight what they call the Flexible Sentry. He's pretty straightforward, he's rather easy, but he is a kind of a unique boss. He has both a front and a back. How do we put this? He's basically two large, evil, I don't know, human-like structure beings tied together at the head, back to back. So, if you're on one side of him, he's attacking you with dual maces. If he's on the other side of him, he's attacking you with dual scimitars, or something to that effect. Better not fall in the water, Lucatile. Yeah, we're gonna come down through here, around, down, and here's the entrance in there. There's nothing else in this room. For the most part, you want to attack his dual-wielding mace side. They're the easier to block, and the real thing you have to worry about is bleed buildup. He's going to get us pretty quick with some bleed buildup if he hits you. But he doesn't have all that much HP, as you can kind of see there. I already took off 10% with 2 hits. Hey, look at that. Maybe you should use your shield, dummy. And only one half will fight you at a time. So you have to judge which side is going to use the attacks. The other side is not. The sword one is much harder to avoid. Alright, we're going to just kill him with these holy hand grenades. I don't want my battle axe to break. There we go. Easy enough fight. As you can see, she still had quite a bit of health, and she probably would have used an Estus Flask if she got low. There's the Flexible Sentry. I wish I could tell you there's some tougher, you know, in case you run into trouble. He's quite easy. If you're by yourself, you bait out the attack, you roll out of his range, he'll do 2 or 3 attacks, and then you can go in, you can hit him twice, and then you get away. Okay, as we finish up, this here will take us to Lost Bastille. First thing we want to do is we want to turn around, though, and open this chest. In here is our Pyromancy Flame. Yay! Pyromancy is back in the game. I have not used it. Obviously, this is the first place you're going to get the flame. It's pretty good. It's been nerfed, as it was actually over P originally. But I did so much Pyromancy in Dark Souls 1, I've been kind of avoiding it. Now, if you forgot to pick up the pyromancy flame, all hope is not lost. You can get back on the boat, but you have to go all the way back through No Man's Wharf. You won't have to re-kill the flexible sentry, but you have to clear back to the boat and get back into the cabin there, and that'll bring you back around. For now, we're just going to go ahead, we're going to come around, we're going to take this elevator up to the bonfire, and there's a bonfire right at the top here, and we're going to call it an episode. Next episode, so I've talked a few times about how the difficulty of the game has increases kind of in steps. The first one is the second half of the Farce of the Lost Giants. It gets a little more difficult out at Hyde's Tower. Here is where I first really started to run into trouble as I played through. Lost Bastille is a notable step up, at least in my opinion, in terms of difficulty. Not in terms of complexity, they just throw a lot more mobs at you that are two-handing swords, and they kick your ass. At least that was my experience. But we will be diving into that fresh at a next episode. Gonna pick up some of those items as we go along, and through this one is a bonfire. Bum-ba-da-bum. Bonfire. Alright, till then though, I think that's about it. This has been Pallor. Thanks for watching.